All right, chapter 3 was exponents and logs. So let's see, this first one, I'm going to distribute it. So it would be 2 squared, x to the 6th, and y squared. So we have 4x to the 6th, y squared. Okay, again, we distribute it. So 3 cubed, x to the 6th, y to the 15th, over x to the 9th, y to the 6th. So 3 cubed is 27, but there's more x's. If I look at the x's, there's more on the bottom. So that'd be x cubed. And then if I look at the y's, there's more y's on top, so y to the 9th. So what do we do with a negative exponent? We flip it. So this is 1 over 4x to the positive 2. So that's 1 over 16x squared. This next one, anything to the 0 power is 1, so that goes away. If I distribute, I got 4 to the negative 1, x to the negative 4, y to the negative 10, 6 to the negative 1, x to the negative 7, y negative 8, z negative 1. So they're all negative, so I have to flip it. So this would be 4, x to the 4th, y to the 10th, 6, x to the 7th, y to the 8th, z to the 1st. And now I can reduce this down. 6 over 4 is 3 over 2. There's more x's on top, so that's x to the 3rd. There's more y's on the bottom, so that's y squared. And then there's that z on top. So some solving ones. Well, let's see. We have to have a common base. So this is really 6x. I know this is 6 squared. But to flip it in the top, I have to make it negative. So 6 to the negative 2. So x equals negative 2. Again, these no calculator ones are a common base. So I know 4 is 2 squared to the x minus 1. I know when there's parentheses, the rule is that we distribute. So this is 2 to the 2x minus 2. So I can set my exponents equal. 2 to the 3x equals 2x minus 2 plus 3x plus 3x. So 2 equals 2x, or 5x minus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Sorry, this is a bit of a mess. So 4 equals 5x, so x equals 4/5. All right, so this next one here, let's get that base by itself. So divide by 16. So x to the negative 2/3, 9 over 16. Well, then we have to raise it to this power. So if we flip it, so that'd be to the negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2. So x equals, I'm going to flip this, so 16 over 9 to the 3 over 2. So this is 16 to the 3 over 2 over 9 to the 3 over 2. So again, that's the square root. So it's really 4 cubed. That's the square root of 9. So 3 cubed. So 64 over 27. This next one's a little easier. Divide by 3 first. So x to the 1/4 equals 2. And then to the 4th power. Probably should have started with that one first. So x equals 16. So let's graph this. So let's just make a table. When it's 0, anything to the 0 power is 1. 1, 3 to the first is 3. So 0, 1, 1, 3. And our asymptote's at y equals 0. So what happened to this one? Down 3. So our asymptote, I can already dash this in here, is at negative 3. And I could just make a table to the 0 power. Well, 3 to the 0 plus 1 is 1. 3 to the first is 3. Minus 3 is 0. So I know 0, 0 is on there. And what if I did a 1? 3 squared is 9 minus 3 is 6. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have our graph. Now evaluating logs without a calculator. Remember we set this equal to x, and then we rewrite it as an exponent. So 5 to the x power equals 5. So our answer is 1. So set this equal to x. So now we have 4 to the x equals 1 over 16. Well, again, squared is 16, but it's flipped to the bottom, so it would be negative 2 equals x. So this is 16 to the x equals 8. Well, we have to make a common base. So this is 2 to the 4th power to the x, 2 to the 3rd power. So now our exponents are equal. So 4x equals 3, so x equals 3/4. So solve for x. Well, if I rewrite it, 3 squared equals 2x plus 1. So 9 equals 2x plus 1. So if I solve for x, x is equal to 4. Now using our log properties, adding goes back to multiplying. So log base 4 of x times x plus 2 equals log base 4 of 35. Well, now we can just say, okay, it's both log base 4, so x times x plus 2 equals 35. So we got x squared plus 2x equals 35. It's a quadratic, so we set it equal to 0. And then we have to factor. So x plus 7, x plus 5 equals, excuse me, that would be minus 5 equals 0. So x equals negative 7 and x equals 5. Condense is a single log. So first thing, remember these numbers out in front become exponents. And I did that too fast. I think that was a 3. Yep. So this is log 3 to the 5th plus log 3 of 8 minus log 3 of 10. Adding goes back to multiplying, and we do it left to right. So base 3 of 40 minus log base 3 of 10, and minus goes back to subtraction. So log base 3 of 4. So if we expand, we go the other way. Division goes to subtraction. So log of x squared y cubed minus log of z. Multiplying goes to adding. So x squared log of y cubed minus log of z. And then that number comes out in front. 2 log x plus 3 log y minus log z. By using logs. Okay, so these last ones are definitely calculator ones. So we log each side. So log 5 to the x plus 2 equals log 7. And why do we do that? Is because that exponent comes out in front. So log 5 equals log 7. Divide by log 5. So we have x plus 2 equals log 7 over log 5. So let's see what that is. Functions, where's the log? It's way down at the bottom, I think. So log 7 minus log 5, so 0.146. And then we just subtract our 2. Whoops, I think I put, shoot, I did. I put minus, didn't I? Functions, log 7 divided by log 5, and then I have to subtract 1. No, I subtract 2. So negative 0.7909. So sorry about that. That was wrong. But if we subtract 2, 0.79. And now I already forgot what it was. Negative 0.7909. Because then we subtract 2. And then there we go. So this next one has an e, but remember e is just a number. So I'm going to do the same thing. E to the x log 2.1. So x log e equals log 2.1. Divide by log e, divide by log e. So x equals log 2.1. This is not going well. hopefully you guys can type this in better than I can. Divided by log E 0.742. In the last one, you'll notice there's x's on both sides, but we do the same thing. And you might be able to say, okay, the exponent comes out in front. And what I would do is just turn this into a decimal. So let's see what log 4 is. So 0.602. So x minus 3 times 0.602 equals, let's see what log 7 is, 0.845. And now we can distribute and solve. So 0.602x minus 0.602 times 3, 1.806 equals 0.845x. Subtract 0.602x. So negative 1.806 equals 0.243x divided by 0.243 divided by 0.243. So negative 1.806 divided by 0.20. And I divided by 0.243. So negative 7.432. Oh my gosh, I keep getting the wrong answer and forgetting negative 7.432. And you have your answer.